Hey guys, this is Cam Free 15 back at it with another video for you guys. And I'm back with another Dragon Quest episode review for you guys. And yes, Dragon Quest actually had an episode on Christmas Eve, which I was ultimately shocked that we did. I thought they would just maybe take really the holidays off and just delay it or just stop it for a few weeks and go on break. But no, there was a new episode because I checked my Verve and I saw on my Verve like updated list, oh, Dragon Quest Adventure of Die, they had an episode, and I'm like, okay, is this a recap or is this a legit episode? And no, it was a legit episode that focused on story points and stuff like that. So yeah, obviously I didn't talk about it Friday on Christmas Eve because, well, why would I do that to myself? And then two, I didn't want to talk about it on Christmas because it's Christmas. You guys should enjoy your Christmas to yourselves and stuff like that. I wanted to enjoy my Christmas. I know you did. So hey, you guys get it the day after Christmas. So yeah, but that's the thing there. And yeah, so anyways, if you're wondering, if you've been a mainstay on my channel watching my Dragon Quest Adventure of Die reviews, if you're wondering where my co-host is, the Red Wolf, he is not on the channel currently because he is in Mexico, celebrating obviously the holidays as well. So obviously he can't come out and make it for the video, even though we typically Zoom call on our videos, but it is fine. I think him missing a few videos, it will be fine. It's not like it's gonna hurt him. Anyways, this is when the part of his schedule gets jam-packed anyways with his life and everything. So yeah, let's get into this episode. On this episode, I thought was solid enough. Another solid episode. Again, another ground building episode. Essentially, I feel like these next coming episodes till we actually get to the final battle are just gonna be really just groundbreaking setup developmental episodes for characters development and stuff like that. We do cut a little bit into the Popp development, which again, like I said in last week's review, I'm kind of sick and tired of the whole Popp doing the whole I'm doubting myself because I can't do this because I'm not like Mom or Die or He-Nickel or Crocodile. I'm just some normal peasant boy essentially, and I'm like, haven't we seen this plot point like again and again and again in this storyline with Popp already? I don't know because it's been like 63 episodes, but we've seen this whole thing where Popp doubts himself that he can't do this thing, but then he overcomes it and then he does it and stuff like that. That's essentially the main storyline going on now in this whole, I guess you can say, training arc we're getting here before the final battle, and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, let's get to this week's episode. Anyways, we know from the last week's at the end, Leona and the other girls all fell through the floor, and that's where the episode ended. So we pick off right where they left off. They're a-okay, and they're not hurt. The only thing is Flora saying, well, their time is out and they got to just get back to the surface so they can just, well, freaking find a new plan of attack. Again, like I said, I believe I said this last week, I'm like, what's the point in freaking coming all this way to this dungeon if you're not gonna just see it through and just get the spell? Like, why leave? Like, there's no point in it. And that's what Leona kind of says. She's like, why are we gonna leave? We have a chance to freaking get the spell. Let's get this spell and then we can get up out of here, and stuff like that. Who cares about this 10-hour time limit? We've got time. Because hey, plot is on their side. And essentially they're saying, listen, we'll find this, we'll get out of here, and why stop now? We need to defeat Vern, so let's not stop now. So that's the whole thing there too. Eventually what happens is they all make their mind up to go continue on their journey to look for the Kaglimmer ritual spell site. And obviously Flora's like, I made a great choice in choosing Leona. Oh, of course you did, because it's honest to God, like, she resembles you in so many ways. We cover to Die. He's further mastered using arrow and break type of monstrages. But the thing with Die is he's kind of concerned. He's like, well, yeah, I'm just great and all, but my draconic, I still can't use my draconic aura because if I do with a regular sword, it's gonna break. And then 3, I won't be able to get enough power and stuff like that because I used a break spell to defeat Kaiser, Dark King Vern's Kaiser Phoenix. And if I don't have my draconic aura, I'm not gonna get that extra boost in power to take that type of stuff down, and everything, and really just get that boost in power to even be able to hold his own against Vern. And this is when he comes up with something new, Avon Strash, like type of typing slash or something like that. He doesn't specifically know, we don't specifically have a name for what it's this type slash is, and stuff like that. It's just, we see him do it on Nova. It breaks Nova's sword, and the landscape behind him, it's all like cut down, and it was like an instant fast. So I'm guessing it's some sort of like instant speed type of slash spell or something like that has the properties of arrow and break type combined. It's something they later say at the end of the episode, it's like a new type of technique he learned. They don't specify what it is, so I'm guessing they're going to keep that hidden until he fights Dark King Vern and everything. So yeah. In the meantime, we actually cut over to Popp. Popp has just kind of been damaging himself. Don't know why, don't care. To try to bring out, obviously, the glow and the insignia of Avon he's gotten. Now, in the meantime, we cut over back to Leona. They get to the ritual site. Leona performs a ritual, but monsters start attacking. Mom actually goes to protect them and everything from fighting. It's funny because Flora's like, go do the spell, go do the ritual, we'll protect you. And Meryl and Flora, we see Flora do something little later on, but she barely does anything anyway. So I'm like, I thought you said you were going to help protect Leona. Why the hell are you not doing anything? Okay, fine. Anyways, we see this blazing fire comes out, and it surrounds Leona. Now, it's not like legit fire where she's burning on fire. It's essentially what Flora says, it's like spiritual fire within Leona. And essentially the thing is, if her spirit isn't strong enough, if her will isn't strong enough, then she's going to be consumed and burned by the flames and everything. Obviously the flames ask her, why have you summoned me, or why have you used, what is your objective in using the spell Kaglimmer? And essentially Leona's like, I really honestly don't know, but I just want to use the spell so I can not only save the world, but bring justice to the world too, and stop all evil and everything. It was something like that. They made it sound a lot more confusing than it already is. Essentially I just took it as just her asking, like, I need the spell to save the world. That's what it is. I know there's like more in-depth type of stuff in what she said, but it's really just, I need this spell to save the world and stop an evil presence, and things like that. So obviously the thing is, the spell understands her will and senses and sees that her willpower is strong. Her insignia of Avon lights up, and that's when they all hold hands and they get up out of there, and stuff like that. Dai and the others see, obviously, the big beam of light going on. Dai and Nova go over there. Popp actually he's crying his heart out, and he's just like, I'm not like Dai, who's a dragon knight. I'm not like Leona, who's a princess, the princess of Petnika. I'm not like Mom, whose family, had actual ties to Avon, the hero, and were in his party. I'm not like Hunicle, who was trained not only by dark, but good people in Avon and stuff like that. I'm nothing special. He flies off to go see Matroviv. Matroviv's in his bed. Obviously, he's like kind of on his deathbed, to be honest. And Matroviv's like, so why have you come here? Is there something you need to talk to me about? And Popp's like, I have nothing to tell you. And I'm like, so then what's the point in coming here? I mean, even Matroviv was like, well, then I can't really answer you this question if, you're not going to tell me what's going on. Essentially, in the Popp just kind of tells Matroviv about his internal demons and how he just doesn't see himself as a strong person. and stuff like that on the likes of Dai and the others. And Mantra was like, well, and compared to strength to me, you're a lot stronger than me. And if I had an insignia of Mantraviv, then I would definitely give you one. And stuff like that. Obviously, Popp gets up, he hears this whole thing, and then he starts to walk off. And essentially, Mantra was like, one more thing. You need to learn to believe in yourself a lot more and have confidence in yourself. And guess what? You'll be able to overcome anything, essentially. Which I think I've already figured that's the whole thing. He needs to stop doubting himself and believe in himself. And I guarantee you, when he finally realizes that, his insignia of Avon will eventually glow. I think that's the whole thing with Popp, is he has to believe in himself. I think he's putting himself up towards somebody, like comparing himself to a Mom or a Dai, a Hinekal, and a Leona in terms of the reputations they have and what they have going for them. But in their own hindsight, Popp is special in his own way and stuff like that. And I think that's the one thing, he has to realize. And then that's when we'll see, probably in the final battle, his insignia of Avon will eventually glow leading up to that event. So yeah, he flies back to the base area. Everybody sees Leona and they're all happy for her and everything, getting Kaglimmer. Pops overhears this, and he eventually is like, I have to go off to go train so I can, find a way to make my insignia of Avon glow. Again, I don't care if you don't like me for this. I kind of don't give a shit about the Popp story angle here, because listen, I just don't like it even now, looking at it more, the fact that he gave all this development to Dai to help him rebound from this whole thing, yet he's gonna be the same person crying in a corner because he can't get a stupid keychain to glow. I understand. It's just me. I know it's for development purposes to make him a better character, but again, like I said last week, I think we've seen this Popp not believe in himself angle, to where knows he can get that extra power he needs. Like, we've already seen that before in the past, like many times. When we've seen him, he doubts himself, or he's too scared, yada yada yada. If you want to refute my point, that's more than welcome. I'm more than open to talking discussions in the comment section and everything. I personally, as a viewer, I'm just bored out of my mind, because I'm like, I've seen this story development point from Popp alone. I don't need to see it again. Like, I would have been just fine if Popp wasn't really doing anything. He was just helping Dai train to get stronger. If anything, he was doing his own training and getting stronger himself. So, yeah, that's the whole thing. Essentially, the guards alert the others that there's a Darkling coming, and the Darkling that's on this coming approach them is Lon Baruch. Lon Baruch, essentially, Baruch tells Dai, like, I had Hinekal's dark armor spear and your sword freaking fall in front of me, and they were asking me to grant them more power. So essentially, we find out he fixed them and he made them a lot stronger. Dai pulls out his sword, and well, he's got his sword back. So essentially, you can say, other than the training portion, Dai's whole story of rebounding is back, and he's gonna be ready to fight. And he's already, his little like arc where he had to find himself, well, it's good. So the next thing I'm guessing next week is going to be a little bit of Popp and Mom from what the next episode preview shows. The fact that, well, it seems like Popp and Mom are going to get their developmental episode to where they eventually realize, okay, yeah, it's time. And they find it within themselves. Now, where the next episode preview goes is looking, you know me, I like to ship characters. Is going to be the part where we get a freaking confession or something like that? I highly doubt it. But Popp and Mom seem like they're going to be talking to each other next week, and stuff like that. So, okay, I would like a confession, to be honest. So yeah, but can't wait to see what's going to happen next week. So yeah, but other than that, I'm the Guyver. So if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on obviously next week's episode, as well as this week's episode. Again, I don't know if Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai is going to go on break, because these episodes come out on Friday, and next Friday is New Year's Eve. I would actually be shocked if they actually gave us a new episode on New Year's Eve. But hey, they gave us an episode on Christmas Eve, so they probably will give us an episode on New Year's Eve, which, in other words, I'm probably going to do a review on on the day after New Year's Day. So on that Sunday, January 2nd in 2022. That's when I'll do my review for the next week's episode. Because obviously, I want you guys to enjoy your New Year's Eve and stuff like that. I'll see if I feel like I'm up to do a video and just want to get out the way, then I'll do it on New Year's Eve. But yeah, but other than that, that's kind of it. So yeah, so in terms of things on the channel to look forward to, I'm going to be doing my Black Clover manga chapter review. Probably it's going to go up to my YouTube channel either Monday or Tuesday. So if you guys are fans of Black Clover and you like my manga reactions / reviews, well, I'm only one video away from catching up. This next video, and I'll officially have been caught up to the series in the manga. So look forward to that either tomorrow, more than likely Tuesday. And then Dragon Quest and stuff like that. And that should be it. I know for this upcoming season of Anime Winter 2022, I'm gonna try to look for a lot more anime to watch as they're coming out, so I can have something on the channel, because really I don't have nothing on the channel other than my manga chapter reviews and One Piece and Dragon Quest. So yeah, and then there's an MCU show out there, which it's not gonna be out for a long while. That's the thing. So yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys had a great Christmas. Hopefully you guys got presents you guys wanted, as well as hopefully you guys have a great safe New Year's Eve, and a New Year's, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So till then, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.